Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Utah is in the news, and they are going to attempt, again, to be the next state to go with constitutional carry. That's how every state should be. That's how the Constitution is written, but I'm preaching to the choir if you're watching this. Utah State Representative Lee Perry, who's a Republican, who also in his full-time job is a lieutenant with the Utah State Patrol, the State Highway Patrol. He is going to pen another a bill that's going to attempt to go constitutional carry in Utah. If you don't have a Utah concealed carry permit and you live, like if you live in another state, you don't have their non-resident permit, you're doing something wrong. So make that happen. It's I think it's $100. It's a shall issue state as long as you have a permit in your own state, or if you live in a constitutional carry state, you get it as long as you pass the background check. Yeah, there's a background check, folks. Don't listen to the liberals. But as long as you can pass that, you can get the Utah permit, and it's good for like 36 states or something like that. So if you don't have that, my recommendation to you is to get the Utah non-resident concealed carry permit. And there's a class you have to do, but it's pretty much held everywhere. And so moving on, the state rep is going to pen the bill, and it's going to go through the course in the Senate and the House. They tried this last year and it passed the Senate 21-6, but it died in the House of their state House of Representatives for reasons I'm not 100% positive of, but nonetheless it did die. In the last 15 years, Utah's permitting process has pretty much become the gold standard for the nation. I want to get this number right. As of the end of June this year, 2016, Utah has issued 662,720 valid concealed carry permits. And according to the state's Bureau of Criminal Identification, that's a 74.3% increase from 5 years ago. So there are a lot of people in Utah who are, obviously the state's very pro-gun. There are a lot of people around the country who are utilizing the non-resident permit process. If they live around Utah, they get the permit, they're covered when they do travel to the state. Or if you're someone who wants to get as much coverage as you can if you travel in and around the United States, because that's what we should have anyway. It's called the Second Amendment, but nonetheless, it's a cash grab by a lot of the states, and Utah is one that you should get. And one of the cool quotes that Representative Perry, or Lieutenant Perry, depending on what side of the coin you want to address him as, one of the cool quotes he said the other day was, quote, "The bad guys are already carrying guns. You should be allowed to carry open or concealed if you're a law-abiding citizen." Hats off, sir. You have the right idea, and those folks who might watch this who live in Utah, you need to support him. You need to support this bill and call all your reps and all your senators in the state level and get them behind this. If you don't live in Utah, this is big news. This would be the 13th state, if it goes through, that would be constitutional carry. So if you live in an abyss like I do in Massachusetts, or if you happen to live in New York or California or New Jersey or some of these slave states, this is good news. The more that go constitutional carry, the more it kind of pressures these communists that run our states into doing the right thing, hopefully. But that's the news. Go Utah. Best of luck. We'll be all following it on this end. This is Jared from Guns and Gadgets. I thank you for your time. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry your weapon. Take care.